Hello, ladies, gentlemen, everybody inside and outside of the gender spectrum, and welcome back to Stardom Quest Gold, the best weekly Stardom and Marigold podcast anywhere in the world. I'm, as always, Alex, and I'm joined this time by actress, stage co-host Velkej. How are you doing, Velkej?
Hello, I have my coffee and I am doing the podcast slotting because this is the second podcast of this week that I'm recording, and neither of those podcasts are actor stage. So,
Wow.
yeah, I'm being unfaithful to poor Sondre.
You know, I don't think he likes wrestling anymore, so maybe he deserves it. So,
I guess so. It's more about the fall months in actress. They're bad. So
I
yeah,
think they're
it's
bad everywhere. I
no,
won't
it's
lie to you.
Nah, it's the September is always like soul killing because the distance between the August Korakuen and the October Korakuen is too close.
Right.
So they have nothing built up, nothing makes sense, and people who lose on the show then like later challenge for the titles, and it's annoying as hell.
Oh,
And I did very much dislike it. So and this is like third time in a row that this is happening. So it's not like this year for the first time. It happened last year and the year before that. So yeah, fall months suck.
yes, big time. But if you want to hear more about that, then you can head on over to the 5-star-network.com for all of the latest articles on podcasts about the wonderful world of pro wrestling. You can head on over to the 5-Star Network YouTube channel as well, which is where this, as well as Actress Stage and No Limit Wrestling, go up. If you guys haven't seen the No Limit show reviewing Big Egg went up with Dylan's friend Skippy. I can't remember. I think it's Shippy. Um, it's a good show. I haven't listened to all of it. It's kind of like an hour. I'm an hour in, and it's a lot of like Dylan and Xavier kind of explaining lore to this new person, to Joshi, and making him, like, forcing him to be a fan of the cool wrestlers. It's kind of funny. So if you want to go and learn a bit more about kind of Big Egg and the wrestlers involved, then the No Limit Wrestling show is pretty perfect for you. And Actress Stages was great if you want to know about the breeding ground of Joshi wrestling, even though I don't know how much of that it's going to be anymore, because I don't know who's going to sign anyone from that promotion anymore. But
Yeah, the
thumbs up.
big players are too big to
Yeah,
sign people.
yeah, and Stardom would probably just like work with them instead of signing. That's kind of how it
Ah,
is
it's
to an extent.
Sakaguchi would not do that because he hates working with people.
I don't think he has a choice sometimes, but I don't know. He's an odd man when you try and
Yeah,
get him.
he's very odd. Yes, that
Yeah.
is true.
But we're gonna start then with Stardom. I don't think they've had any news kind of worth discussing over the past week. I know ticket sales are doing really, really well for Sumo Hall. I know they are initially sold out, I think, and they had to put more seats on sale. So they're almost sold out of the
That
second
that
allotment.
was weird because they added more sumo seats, which sounds weird. Because if they are selling like one seat per person, did they add like sections where they sold like two people in a box or not? So like
Mhm.
someone who is going to the show is asking, so will I have to sit with some random stranger in my seat? Which is
I could see them
possible.
doing that. Yeah, I could definitely see a company doing that. It's pro wrestling. Like they
And
for sure would be like, hey,
they
listen, we need the seats.
they
Share.
would possibly get like an outrage because of that. I don't know, like because if
Yeah.
they are advertising that it's one per,
Mm.
unless they like on purpose did not put some on sale, and the new wave is on purpose
Yeah.
and advertised sold as two per, which would mean that they can break maybe 6,000 in the venue possibly.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they've set up for it. I think it was smaller initially. But obviously if it's doing well, they might change the production or the hard cam side or something. I don't know how Japanese companies do it, but I'm
Yeah,
sure they'll find seats if they
yeah.
need to sell tickets.
Now there are
Um,
possible 10,000 seats in the building, so
yeah, yeah, no, that's kind of the announced kind of figure, but I don't think most companies ever hit it. So I
uh,
don't know.
Only if I think the full sellout in like modern history, which is like believable, is one of the G1 final shows in
Yeah, wasn't it
2019
Kenny?
or
Wasn't
18.
it
Yeah,
Omega? Yeah.
something like that. And it's like, and that was like 10,000 people, and
Yeah.
they stopped selling seats at the venue on the day off, so it was full sellout.
Okay. Well, here's hoping. Anyway.
Uh,
Beyond that, then, yeah, there's no news from Stardom. So I guess we can just get right into Tag League, which is still ongoing, very all over the place. I don't know. Did you watch the Saya versus Yujiro thing? Do you want to talk about it? It seemed just
yes,
like intergender crap to me. I won't
I
lie.
watched it. I talked about it on Omakase.
Okay.
John really liked it. I
Oh,
hated it.
John does love
Because
New Japan. In fairness, that's kind of
yeah, and the house, they like house very much.
right. That's cool.
So that's
Yeah, because
like the
Xavier liked
show.
it too. So I was like, oh,
Yeah,
House of Torch fans are into it.
yeah. Like I saw what the show was all about. I understand that this is exactly for the fans that they were doing. So
Yeah.
good for them. The show was not for me. Like the best bits were the zero match and the complete main event, which was Evil versus Yujiro after Yujiro did a no contest with Saya Kamitani, because he did not lose to her,
Mm-hmm.
because he cannot lose to a woman. Yes, I'm saying that Yujiro is a Japanese male wrestler, so he cannot lose to a woman. Most of them cannot. So the show as a whole was great for the fans. Kind of sucked for me. There was one good match, which was the 6-man with the evil good looking guys and good looking guys, double good looking whatever, with the J-pop star from DDT.
Oh yes, yeah.
That was an actually good and well done match, even though it had show. So that was good. And so that was that, and the Saya Kamitani stuff was weird because on one hand, Yujiro Takahashi did one of the best catches after plancha that I have ever seen.
Mm.
He got her like perfectly. Like there was like that was great catch. And did great Frankensteiner cell, which also awesome. But whenever a World of Stardom champion, the most over woman in the whole of Japanese wrestling, one of the biggest stars Bushiroad has right now to sell tickets, is doing strikes to the jobbiest jobber of all jobbers under their employ. And the jobbiest jobber of all jobbers is not selling a single one of them. There's something wrong. And on top of it, when he strikes her once, she basically does the HBK sell for Hogan.
Oh lord.
And flies 2 meters after one slap, gets a back bump, and then falls out of the ring. And I am not fucking kidding. Like, that's exactly what happened. He hit her once, and she did like a flying bump to the outside. Like, what the flying fuck? Like, what are we doing here? There are some like comedy bits that were good, and but he could have lost to her. That would have been fine. He would have been the only House of Torture guy who would have lost to someone, and it would have been even better because the Evil coming out back after the match, saying that that Yujiro has to be purged because he cannot beat a woman. And then doing the 5-minute basically nutshot parade where everyone hits and everyone else to their balls and did the nutshot. And then it went to no contest because both Evil and Yujiro were KO'd by the nutshots and finishing moves. That was a great like finishing thing, and he could have done that after losing to a World of Stardom champion. But no, Japanese man wrestler losing to a Japanese woman wrestler.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of how
impossible.
intergender stuff works.
Yeah.
I get a lot of pushback because I think intergender sucks, and it's usually just because the woman doesn't get to wrestle properly ever. And there's only like a handful of occasions where I've seen it done well. And it's usually kind of uncomfortable. Like some of I think the Nai wrestled Go, and it was like, all right, he's kind of hitting her a lot. And there was the Shida Marufuji one, where as well you're like, he's kind of hitting her a lot. But those are two of the better ones because at least like the woman was allowed to fire back and hit back and stuff. So, but yeah, intergender stuff usually is kind of bad. So I
I
did skip
think,
out on Saya.
yeah,
Usually.
I think the best intergender stuff is in DDT, basically, and the only good one. And big part of that is Chris Brooks, who actually sells for women, and like
Mm-hmm.
he considers them the normal wrestling partner
Yeah.
for him, unlike the and the crew around Chris Brooks. Like it's not just him, but it's the
Mm-hmm.
crew around him. So basically, El Desperado as well. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
guys who are like the crew there, but like anyone else, nah, nah,
Yeah.
nah.
Well, that sucked, but I'm sure Saya will have better stuff to do on the horizon. Um, she hasn't been in Tag League, but obviously Tag League has been happening over the past month. I don't see a reason to go like in detail again about like day-to-day stuff, but
No, please no.
I guess kind of just how have you felt about the tournament? Is there anything that stood out to you? Because I've struggled to really pick much out of it, apart from the fact that I'm still amazed at Taro because he goes from like everybody can pin everybody. I love 50-50s, like people can just pin whoever. And then in tournaments, he's like, no, you are going over, you fucking loser, get out of here. He's so cracked like that. Like his brain is so insane to me because you will just have a wrestler just randomly winning and losing kind of nonstop. And then as soon as tournament season kicks in, he's like, no, you're winning every match. And I'm like, oh, cool, sure.
Yeah, that's called a push. No, my big takes are the Dos Luchas Mexicanos or whatever they are called is bad.
Mm,
I think that there is a potential for that, but they need a distance from FWC, and by distance I mean they have to leave for at least half a year and not be seen in Stardom, and then come back as the Rudo team, and actually do Rudo stuff, and they have to beg to be booed for this thing to work out because it doesn't work out. Like people on the random country tour stops do not know what to do with them. They
right.
want to cheer them, but they are not wrestling to be cheered. And the other take is that I would have actually liked to see Hazuki to take up a mask permanently and to
Mm,
become a flying wrestler. Because the reason why I'm saying that, she started as the like kind of chubby uh, Yoshiko disciple, which means that she was kicking hard, doing the sentons, doing the brawl stuff, and such like that. Then she came back and was in Queen's Quest, which means that she was under Aoshi Rai and she needed to be different than Aoshi Rai and also needed to be different than Momo Watanabe. Then, so she was again brawly, kind of tried some flying stuff, but then very quickly abandoned it because she almost killed herself doing that.
mm-hmm.
But and also the issue with the Stardom roster back then was that most of the roster was very young and or very small. So not really anyone who can base for a flying wrestler.
Yeah.
Right now, Hazuki is one of the smallest wrestlers size-wise on the whole roster. So instead of being like this badass, like brawling, brutal person, she can just like put on a mask and become a flying wrestler, and it would have been fine, and it would have worked out for the current Stardom roster that how it is now. So that's my take from the DLM. Other take is Bozilla is a rookie who is too green to lead a match. She I don't know if it's like that she has a big head or something like that. That she's like like you know me. One of my
Mm,
big complaints is that the Stardom roster is too given.
yeah.
And right now, I'm going to criticize Bozilla for not being giving and not being that. So she doesn't really fit in the Stardom House style because she is not given giving the opponents enough, which sounds hypocritical because I criticize other people before, for example, Hanako. But if Hanako is like this like blueprint how the rookie is built up, I think Mozilla is kind of failing at what she's doing. I don't know, maybe in 2 years she's going to be great, but right now I don't enjoy watching her, honestly.
With Bozilla, I think you can tell when she's not as interested. She wears her emotions on her sleeve a lot. Like I think you can tell she
Yeah,
doesn't want to do this tag league run with Akira. It's kind of, you can sense in her social media, you can sense in her kind of mannerisms in the ring. Like she doesn't seem very interested in her current direction, which is probably why she's gotten lazy. Because I pointed that out when she wrestled Zones and Soy in on the New Blood tag.
yeah,
Like of all the people to sell for, you should probably sell for Zones. Like she's
yeah.
a powerful wrestler, a champion at the time, like you're equal. But she was just eating everything Zones gave her, and I was like, Bozilla has been a lot better about that. You know, I watched her entire Marigold run, and she was a lot smarter then about kind of giving to her opponents. And so I think her tag league is generally just her not really caring, and that's why she's gone back to just not selling as kind of a default.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I like honestly, I would have not watched the tag league because tag league's not for me. I usually get that as my break from Stardom
Yeah.
in the year. So like I maybe pick up one or like maybe 4 matches throughout the whole tag league. But this year I've been watching everything. Tag league matches. I was not watching the matches in the mid card and stuff
Yeah,
like
no, that's
that
fair.
because
Not
that's
that insane.
yeah. I think I'm missing on the Kikyo Furu. I kind of want to go back and watch that because I think that's a big like for the growth of the wrestler for her.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see why Bozilla is not interested. And I
Yeah.
say to that, honey, you need reps. Without reps, nobody's going to hire you. If you want to have this as a career, you just have to sometime like do your job. That's it. Like it's I know it's creative endeavor, but still sometimes you just have to do something you do not like to do. And that's everyone has those days, those hours in their normal like job. If you want to
Mm.
consider this her job, she sometimes needs to do something that's not great for her. I don't know. That's my take. And the last two takes is Lady C and Ami should dethrone Natsuko and Waka, which
Yeah.
is not happening probably because if
Sadly.
I'm not mistaken, they are out of the tag league running.
Yes, they were eliminated as of today, I think.
So unless Ruaka and Natsuko are winning at Sumo Hall, which sounds weird, uh, or someone else, or Lady C and Ami are challenging for the Sumo Hall, and the tag league winner is challenging for a year-end Korakuen, which sounds weird as well. They should dethrone them. And the last big bit is that Megan is helping Hanako to become a good wrestler because Hanako is much better with Megan than she was comparatively last year with Maika.
Oh yeah.
I know that it's a year distance between those runs, but like Hanako is doing what Megan is teaching her, and it's very good for Hanako. And I'm a Hanako fan. I was almost on the verge of giving up on her this summer because her 5-star was very bad,
Yeah.
and I now have once again hope that she can still be good wrestler.
I've been kind of nice to Hanako this year. I think she's getting there. She's putting it together. Even before Megan, I thought some of the Aya stuff was good. Maybe that's just Aya being awesome, but I did think Hanako kind of the trial by fire had kind of worked, where she was forced to lead EXV for a few months.
Yeah,
I think she had
possible.
started to kind of get there, but yeah, learning from Megan Bain is never a bad thing. Like I think Bain is. I praised Bain enough during her first run. Like
Yeah,
the Juliet match alone should make her an icon for anybody.
yeah.
So yeah, but I think Hanako had been putting it together. I'm kind of nicer to her than I think a lot of people seem to be. Um, But yeah, no, I think she's been good in this tournament. I think they've been a great team, really. Like they're one of
Yeah,
the standout teams. There's only a few of those, but yeah, Hanako and Bane are definitely one of them.
yeah.
Um,
I have to say that Megan needed the Stardom run, to be honest, to
yeah,
get good, and she needed the Mei Hoshizuki, or rather Mei Sarah, team up, where she basically was for 2 months throwing Mei around
mm,
and learning the Stardom House style. But she did learn the Stardom House style, and now her coming back after like a year and a half. After, is it 2 years or a year?
just a year, I think,
Just
a
a
year and a
year.
half for.
I
Yeah,
think
because she did tag league 2 years ago, but then she did the Maika match.
yeah. So yeah. Through 18 months.
Yeah,
So after 18 months coming back, it's like someone really good coming back from like being outside of Stardom and like restarting her run. Is really great, and I actually appreciate someone who is willing to grind really fucking awful schedule. Like because her schedule sucks. I would not do that. Like I said about Bozilla that sometimes you like put your nose down to the ground and like grind out. I
Mhm.
would not do Megan Bane's schedule. That sucks. Like that's awful.
Yeah. I don't envy her during this month, but I think she'll come to kind of help her in the end because I think she's getting a lot of praise from the fan base for doing stuff. It's one of those easy things as a wrestler where you make yourself look great by just doing the stuff nobody else will do. Um, I wanted to go back a bit because I think EXV might, or no, not EXV. Is it? No, it's God's Eye. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I thought Ami and Lady C would win the artist belts, but I think it's EXV that I was thinking there. I always get them mixed up. EXV and God's Eye. It's a bad habit.
Yeah, it's like they haven't they main evented like most of the shows they're on. I think.
Yeah,
I
Ami
mean,
and C.
I
Like
mean,
they
Lady
they
C. Yeah.
clearly like Ami Sori. That's one thing that people will overlook if they don't pay attention. Like they do like Ami Sori. I'm just wondering where it is they pull the trigger because they didn't pull it for a Saya match like I thought they would, and they didn't pull it for a winning tag league like I thought they would. So I'm kind of curious as to where they eventually go in with Amisore because they clearly want to do something there. Like her comeback match was against Hate and Saya. You don't. That's not done by accident. And, at least I don't think so.
I I think that there's a chance. Like, isn't she getting the Konami match? She talked about it on post match promo after she pinned Shuri. So
Um, a few people have pinned Konami, so it's kind of difficult to determine who will challenge.
okay.
But I wouldn't hate an Ami Konami match. I just don't know where they run it. Like, would they
Yeah.
run it on the
It's the
Goddess final? Or
because Ami's now out, so they can run it on the Goddess final.
yeah,
But Konami needs to get out.
yeah. So maybe they eliminate Konami Arena and do it there. I don't know their Korakuen schedule for this month either, so I can't help.
It's the Korakuen schedule is the 8th and then 25th.
Mm, I could run that on the 8th if they wanted to, but I don't know.
Yeah,
To be
it's
honest.
the first show after the Tag League finals.
Right. Yeah, they could do it there then.
Yeah,
But I
they
don't know.
could. They could. It's basically the match would solve the show. It could have been just a one match card after that.
Yeah,
Then
pretty much. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but I'm curious as to where they finally go in with Amy because it's clearly something that they're going to do. Um, she's one of the few people who's they've at least tried with, I think, throughout this half of the year. But do you have any other takes on Tag League or
not really.
no?
The Hazuki take about the flying wrestler. What do you think about that idea?
Um, I don't know. I think she kind of fits Stardom's house style as she is. I think she can just stay as kind of what she is now and will be okay if they ever want to use her. She's also a good partner for Fua if they need to, and she's like a very solid hand at that and can bring the excitement to the matches in the way that maybe Fua won't be able to. So I think they should just kind of keep her as she is at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, it's like my idea wasn't that much about like if she is fine as she is for the company, more about if what she wants to do, like if she wants to change because she doesn't want to do what she's doing right now anymore, and because she can signed again another contract for another year. I think she wants to be in Stardom for next
Kind of.
year.
Yeah.
I assume that if she doesn't want to like get bored doing the same stuff over and over again for last what 12 years or something like that, she can just again, as I said, like do 3 months in Mexico, come back as a masked wrestler and be someone else. Like that's a possibility, and it would work. But as the DLM right now, I don't like the gimmick.
Yeah, I think this is just their way to like half-ass tag league, honestly, because they've kind of gone into that mode. I know they kind of are working indie dates, but they are very much in half speed on those indie dates. And I think that's just it now. I don't think they have that ambition left. They're just gonna kick off whatever they want to do and half-ass the rest of it to a degree. So I don't think she's even going to try and change. I think this is just a funny thing that the two of them want to do, and that's really it. Which is a shame,
Yeah,
but what can you do?
yeah. Ever world needs ditch diggers.
Yeah, I suppose. Which I
I
actually think Marigold proves that.
Yeah, I actually do dig ditches, or rather, basically dig ditches to put optic fibers in. So I understand those people.
Let's see. We have then to get on to. So I'm I've been trying to figure out how to preview the end of Tag League. But it's hard to find a table that I can read, and it's also I think it's just the one show left, isn't there, in block play?
It's today was a show that I have not seen,
Yeah,
and it was like in some kind of small venue, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I'll have a look. They have it on the results
And
page. That's never. Oh yeah, Kandam Eugen, Kanda Myogen Hall.
yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah,
270 people, great.
yeah. That's Marigold numbers for you.
So that was sold out.
Really? Jesus,
Yeah,
crazy.
because it's a tiny venue. Yeah, tiny
Yeah,
venue.
that's a good point. I suppose I'm surprised they would run it, but they've kind of been getting the quota of small venues out of the way, I guess, for Tag League.
Yeah,
So
I think it's more that they needed one more date somewhere, and
yeah,
this was like on the route, on the travel
yeah,
path or something like that.
I suppose makes sense. Um, so we do actually only have the one show, so I guess recording on Wednesday was a good idea. Um, so on the Friday, the 28th, they are running in Kyoto, which has the last matches of the block phase. Then on the 29th, it's the final stages, and then the 30th is the championship match. I don't know if this is making sense, but the 29th is like the semi and quarterfinals, I think, and then the final is on the 30th, from what I can gather. So we do just have the one preview to kind of figure out how this is going to work. Now, this is going to be chaos because I'm going to be trying to read the schedule in Japanese and the preview, but I'll make it work. I'll make the most of it. So
I am looking at the poster. If you want to like, if you want some help from me, I can help somehow.
no, it's okay. I'll
Okay.
just kind of feed you and ask for whatever you think about these.
Okay.
So our first block match is Suzu Suzuki and Rina Yamashita against Konami and Rina. Suzu and Rina are on 2 points. They're completely out. Nothing they can do about it. Konami and Rina are on 6, and they are still in contention to go through as part of the big three. Obviously, if we have Konami likely defending against Ami maybe on the 30th, then this could be Suzu and Yamashita winning to eliminate Rina and Konami.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, because if they won they would be up to 8, and it would be they might sneak into third, and then I don't know if they would. I don't know how that would work then, wrestling across the block. So we'll go with the easiest option, which is Konami and Rina lose there. Suri and Saki Kashima take on Hanako and Megan Bain. Megan and Hanako are on 10 points, so they're through already. Suri and Saki are on 8, so they're one of the teams who could miss out if things don't go well. What do you think happens there? Because I don't know if Suri and Saki make it to the next round, or kind of how this goes. What's your read on it?
So, in their block, who is Megan and Hanako are going for 100%, right?
Yeah.
Whatever happens.
Yeah.
Did they already won the block? Are they already advancing from the first place?
I would assume so, just because everybody who could catch them would get to 10, but I think they have tiebreakers over everybody.
Yeah, because they beat everyone else.
Yeah, they had one count out loss, but I don't think it was to a push team.
Okay, they have one count out loss. Megan and Hanako?
Yeah.
Against whom?
I don't know. I won't lie to you.
Okay. I don't remember that. But
I think Pep told me that was it, and I just kind of went for it.
Okay. It's possible. So I would have like Shuri and Saki win. Okay. Just cause. Unless Saya is losing at the Dome and they want to do Megan Shuri. So for the strong, maybe. Or even strong and IWGP.
I was thinking that Bay and Bane could challenge for the IWGP, but I don't know when they would run that, to be honest.
I think there's supposed to be New Beginning in USA, in Jersey or something like that, Newark. There's somewhere in Northeast.
Yeah.
In February, I think. So they can do that. Or like, I don't know, yeah, like you can still do, like there's a Eddie and Osaka #1 show. You can do IWGP/Strong title match there for Megan. That's like late, that's the anniversary show, the late January show.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's a big show. You have to like back it with matches, so to sell tickets.
I would just think if you're gonna get a Bane title match, you should do it in December rather than holding off. And I don't think Suri is winning at the Dome, so that's probably the biggest reason.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I'm on the train that Saya's losing both of the matches in the New Year's week, so
that would be insane.
She gets beat by Saori and then gets beat by Shuri.
He should not lose to Saori. I feel like that's my only take.
She's on depressed streak, so that's why she loses to Shuri.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think that would be a waste almost. I feel like your big top star should leave the Dome looking like the biggest star ever.
It's her next, like after she loses, she's going to get like cooled down, and she will the time to put her against Fuwa-chan at the All-Star Queendom is like she doesn't need the title, and she specifically should not have a title there. So,
see, I just don't think there's a point in Saya losing the belt until she gets the Maika match. So, like, I just think there's too many matches to run with Saya to have her lose them.
Yeah, look, both Saori and Shuri are my wrestlers, so I need to hope.
That's fair. You got to do copium.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
that's the point of wrestling, isn't it?
That's kind of to an extent. I suppose if this was me, I would have Bane beat Suri or Kashima and challenge for a title. I guess that's hard to book around with AEW, but I'm sure you could do a TLD with Suri and Bane.
Look, Bane is not a man, so it's not that hard to book around with AEW.
They can be really weird about
that's actually true. You're right.
But I do just think you could do a Bane Suri TLD on a Corkin or something. Like, I think it'd be fine. Then
60
I don't know if they want to
minutes?
defend the belts.
60-minute time limit draw?
Okay, well, you can do a double KO. Double KOs would be better. I keep forgetting this.
Because IWGP title is 60 minutes.
Yeah, like the JHC.
Yeah,
I don't even know
it's the thing. Like, unless it's just for the strong, which is 30.
Yeah, but then she doesn't have strong, so can't do that. Well, that kind of kills my dream then. I don't know. Maybe Hanako just beats Saki and they're like, hey, I'm the best. I almost forgot Hanako is not in the same faction as them. I do that a lot.
I don't
Okay.
understand why you do that a lot.
I
don't
don't
get it.
know. I just keep thinking Hanako is in Suri's faction because she
No,
just.
she never was.
I know. I don't know. I keep getting her mixed up. I don't know why.
She's Maika's drinking buddy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try and lodge that one. Our next block match is Aya Sakura and Sayaka Kurara against O2 Line. O2 Line are eliminated. They have 4 points. Kurara and Aya are in contention with 6. So I think if they win and 2 of the teams on 8 lose, they could sneak in as a third spot. Which they might do because they might want to keep doing the Hanako versus them two thing. So you can maybe have them in third, and then Hanako and Bane win the block, and then Hanako beats Kurara or Aya in one of the later matches. So I think you'd have Kurara and Aya beat O2 Line here.
I think it would be better if they did not touch again in the tag team setting, because that would like make Hanako needing to challenge them for the tag belts again. If you get what I mean. I think they should, like, they can do singles or trios, but not the tag matches.
Right.
Because if Hanako, specifically Hanako, beats either of them, why would she not challenge for the New Blood tag belts?
Well, you could say her focus is the goddess. She might win the tournament, or if she doesn't, she might be Maika's tag buddy to challenge for them. Because I'm starting to wonder if Maika comes back as like a tag wrestler to ease her back in.
That would work, yeah.
Like that could be your December, your Sumo Hall match.
Yeah, the thing is that, like, I'm really not sure about that, because again, as I said, it's like, why would she not challenge for the New Blood belts again? Even though there's a New Blood show on, like, at the end of December again, so maybe that's, yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like this like fantasy book, and I'd much rather than O2 Line beat them and like get rid of that, and they both be on the 6 points, and that's fine then.
All right. See, that would just mean that nobody sneaks into the top 3, and I just don't think that's how Taro likes to do things, but I could be wrong. Next one is basically it's a useless match, all things considered. It's Waka and Rian versus Bozilla and Akira. Both teams are kind of, well, technically, no, it's not actually aimless, because Waka and Rian have 0, but Bozilla and Akira have 6, and technically they could sneak in. I thought they would be eliminated already, so I guess Bozilla and Akira win, and they go up to 8, and they keep their hopes alive and kind of make the other matches mean more.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Natsupoi and Aono take on Sari and Miku Kanai.
Big one. That's the big one.
So Poi and Aono are on 8 points. Sari and Kanai are on 6. So a win for Poi and Aono would send them through. Maybe this goes for a draw, and then that allows somebody to leapfrog Aono and Poi. They like fall out of contention.
Possible.
Yeah.
Or Sari and Miku win, and we end some kind of weird freeway draw, and it needs the Tomoe decider match.
Yeah, I could definitely see
insane.
it. I think there's definitely going to be one of those.
Which sounds very good, though.
It does, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, you've talked me into it. So Sari and Kanai win. Because I think Sari beat Poi in the Sari is a main event, though. She does like the 50-50 a bit, but maybe she won't here. I don't know. It's a tough one. It could go to a draw, but
Yeah,
I'm not certain. I'm
it
not
could
certain.
go to a draw. It could go to either result. I think like either result, like all three results are possible.
Yeah, it's definitely one that's up in the air. Dance Kotora and Raka take on Koguma and Hazuki. This is our last match on it. So, oh yeah, because if Koguma and Hazuki win, they will eliminate some people. So, I would
And
guess
also tag team champions should main event tag league.
that's true.
So
Yes. Probably it's Raka and Tora winning. Because then Koguma and Hazuki would stay on 7, and they would probably lose their spot depending on the results of the other matches. Like, so if Brazil and Akira win, and then Sari and Miku win, I think there'd be 3 teams on 8, and then Koguma and Hazuki would miss out with 7. So then you'd have a 3-way tie probably to do a playoff.
with the losing team being the loser and two
Yeah,
advancing. Okay. Yeah.
because I mean
That
that is a Taro thing that he can do because he proved that
yes.
in the GP one year. Like he isn't afraid to do playoffs.
Yeah.
So I would
Yeah.
imagine that's something he'll try.
Yeah, and it's an interesting idea because I have not seen that in tag setting. So
Yeah.
that's different than single setting where you like do the advancing exhaustion and damage done to you throughout
Mhm.
the matches. So this is going to be somewhat different and like can lead to some interesting ideas from the wrestlers building the matches.
Yeah, and I think it would fit kind of everybody because it's Bozilla, Akira, Sari, Miku, Aono, and I feel like
Yeah.
they're all kind of interconnected in some way. Like there's enough to
Yes.
play off there, and then yeah, you'd have Tora and Rocca kind of leading the block as the big heel bad tag team. So that's good. Okay. Um, so then on the 29th is they're basically doing the playoff matches. I've completely forgotten how they're doing the knockout stage because I don't know if it's blue 3 over and faces the red or if they stay with the blue. So I'm going to try and find that on Stardom's website, but they post a lot, so I actually don't fully know how they're going to format it. Which is probably the only thing that I really dislike about current Stardom is sometimes information is very hard to find. I will say, I think
Yes.
English language wise, they've gotten a lot worse than they used to be. I was like, why isn't your block on the website? Like, I think that's just a very basic thing that used to be like easily available.
Nah, we are not doing that.
It's
We are not doing
almost as
that.
bad as Marigold, but I
Uh, yeah, it's like okay, so yeah, don't say that. Almost. Yeah, that's almost is true. Almost is true. Not
yeah.
as bad. Not as bad because
um,
that's really fucking bad.
yeah, actually struggling. I won't lie to you, because I know this is with the lineup for Tag League, but I genuinely can't remember when that was announced. So it's kind of trying to go back a little bit. This is not making for great audio.
No, it's
Of
not.
of the teams we have going through, I genuinely don't know who could really win Tag League, which has kind of been my thing since this tournament was announced. Like, there's no clear winner to me, and I think some of the favorites, I would say, are already eliminated. So, like, of the teams we'd have left, you have the champions, obviously. You have Akira and Bozilla, who aren't going to win. You know, that wouldn't really fit their story. Um, would have Poi and Aono, who aren't going to win because Poi has bigger fish to fry, obviously. And let's see on the blue.
Ano has the biggest fish to fry.
Yeah, it's true. Sari and Miku, they're not going to win it. Like, Sari is going to face Poi, obviously. And then on the other side, I mean, it's really only Bane and Hanako that I could see. I mean, I don't think B and Ida would be a good choice to win Tag League. Like, they just wouldn't make a lot of sense. Um, Carrara and Aya, like I don't see a point in them winning it. Like, am I insane, or is it really just Bane and Hanako? Seems like the easy option.
That's the easiest option. Yeah, that is actually the easiest option. The thing is, I am I'm not sure if Bane has like if she can do the last dates. Does she have like space in her schedule? Is it possible for her to do that or not?
To be honest, with how much Tony is stringing out this tournament, I think she will be free enough, because he is gonna have them in that tag tournament until February at this point.
Okay, that's great. Love AW.
Yeah.
Love
Have you
AW
seen
because they
his
are giving us the Megan.
That's fair, yeah. I won't actually slander him too much, but
Yeah, that's why I'm very much fine with the partnership now.
yeah. Because I was gonna say, have you seen that they're running a pure tournament for the women's belt on Ring of Honor, and it's been going for like 6 months, and I don't think they're at the semifinals yet.
Yeah, I have seen that that it exists. So
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, so I haven't found how they're doing the knockouts. I don't know why it's not there on the website when you go on to the final show. But I think we can kind of just I think we know Megan Bain and Hanako should win of available 6 that we've kind of predicted to go through. The way you could do it is you can have them challenge on the 8th at the Korakuen, and Hanako loses. And I credit Peps for this one, because Peps was like, what if they lose and then Maika comes out and is like, okay, well, we're going to win the tag belts.
Yeah,
That could be
yeah.
Maika's return is December 8th. And then her and Hanako take on Araka and Tora. Like, all of the available options, that's the only one that makes sense with how Taro likes to do things. He likes his baby faces to overcome heels, and he likes a little bit of history.
Yeah.
And like the only people with history with Tora are eliminated from this tournament. You know, Azumi and Miyu are already out. Amisori and Lady C are already out. I don't really think anybody has beef with Tora left aside from Maika, who obviously faced her at this show last year.
Yeah.
So I think that could
And
be the idea.
it would be like the way she can come back safely, and it would be a way for her to come back and she can even lose, she can even get beat,
Yeah.
and because she's not ready, because she has ring rust, it's like justifiable, and then you can like extend the reign until as I said, the Ideon #1 show in January, because that's, again, as I said, that's kind of very important show for Stardom. The biggest venue they can run in Osaka, and they should stack it up. So
Yes, they ran there with Rossi in charge, didn't they? And I can't remember how well it did.
that was the
Pandemic, though, wasn't it?
pandemic, and I think wasn't that the Mai versus Takumi match? Maybe.
I don't think they ever wrestled on pay per view. They wrestled at Korakuen.
Wasn't there a match Mayu and Takumi? What?
No, I don't think so. I think they've wrestled on pay per view.
Okay, I think I'm insane. Okay, you're right. They
Oh.
wrestled
Oh,
only
I know my Takumi matches. Don't worry.
Oh, that's true. So is that Takumi Utami?
I think that was Osaka Joe.
Yeah, that's true. That was
Yeah.
Osaka Joe. Right, that was
Yeah.
Osaka Joe.
I can't remember what they were on Edion 1, but I know they used to run it a bit because they were basically spamming big venues for a little bit there. Thanks, Harada, by the way. You know, thumbs up.
Yeah. Thank you. Love you. You helped us a lot, especially after you got fired.
I think that's it for our tag league preview. I would like to do
Yeah,
more, but
it's
I'm
like
really, there's no point in trying with the knockouts if I can't find the structure.
there's a chance that they will do the white belt match in Hamamatsu. One of them. Because Amisore got the Shuripin as well. So I can see
Yeah.
them doing
That's a
doing something
pay-per-view,
like
isn't
that.
it, on the 30th?
Yeah, it's a pay-per-view. It's a
Yeah.
pay-per-view.
Okay, they like to put stuff on that. So
Okay,
yeah.
so I found the bloody show.
Okay.
It's the Stardom Gold Rush 2022.
Oh,
It's the end of it's the middle of November, and it has the Moneyball
my God.
matches.
They ran
It's
Eddie on Osaka #1 with a ladder match.
Yeah, the main event was the ladder match with Stars as Donna Del Mondo,
That's
and the
insane.
Shuri versus Utami,
Oh
Saya
yeah.
versus Kyrie,
Oh, I remember
and
that.
the tag league matches. Right? The card is fucking insane.
That is
It's
crazy.
it's like Natsuko and Ruaka in the pre-show. High speed of Azumi versus Momoka Hanazono. Uh, Two Moneyball matches of Donna Del Mondo versus Cosmic Angels and Stars versus God's Eye of Amisore, Mirai, and Tomoka. Then the Goddesses of Stardom Tag League of Oedo Tai of Fukigen Death and Saki Kashima versus Oedo Tai of Momotara and Star Like It. And Nana Takahashi and Yu versus Donna Del Mondo, Himeka and Maika. And Kairi versus Kamitani and Shuri versus Utami Hashishita. And the main event is the leather match. And they drew 1,600 people for that show.
Yeah, that's generous too. That's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
that's insane. And I think they did the 2023 show there as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Gold
Possibly,
Rush was
yeah.
there as well.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
like Harada had them spamming big venues. It was nuts.
yeah. It has that has the time withdrawal of Mirai versus Soriano white belt
Oh dear
match.
lord. Oh dear lord.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, the less said about that,
that's
the better.
and the Scandinavian Hurricane.
Oh yeah. What a company.
Scandinavian Hurricane. Oh my god! Start of 2023. Holy
Dude,
shit.
one of the funniest things ever was everybody defending that in real time, and then as soon as Rossi got fired, everybody was like, "Actually, yeah, that sucked." And I was like, "I, I was trying to say this, and you all said I was wrong." But
I was
thanks.
saying that the last show he was on before he got fired, the Osaka anniversary show was good.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, you see, he can still book.
vibes
And
are
then he
back.
got fired the day off. And I'm like, oh, so I was wrong. What can I say?
Crazy day.
Yeah,
In
it
all
was
fairness,
very
but
funny day.
yeah, that's that for Stardom. I will be back next week with a guest to review that pay-per-view, and we'll discuss any big news that's happening, because they do have a Cork on the 8th, but knowing Stardom, they will have like 2 matches announced for it instead of the card
Yeah,
by the time I
probably.
record. So thumbs up on that one. We're gonna head over to Dreamstar fighting Marigold, who are touring the Shticks this week. So they're on 3 shows, but only 2 of them are up. Um, not great cards, admittedly. I was saying this with Peps last week, like big 2 match card energy. I think they really wrestled to that. I know we both watched all of the first one. The
I
Great
have
East Japan Earthquake Memorial Event for
I
someone.
have I have finished the main event muted while we were talking at the start of
Okay,
the recording, so
that is
I
good.
have, but I was not focused on it, so I cannot really talk about it.
That's fair.
So
But this first show had 248 fans in Morioka Gymnasium. Definitely looked like 248. There was a lot of empty seats, but you know,
it
Morioka.
sucked.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Um, we opened with Kazuna Tanaka beating Hummingbird in just under 8 minutes. Like this was just there, fine, kind of not really the energy I would want from an opener, which is kind of the one thing Marigold sometimes does and sometimes doesn't. Like Stardom, almost always I find starts with like an energetic match, whereas Marigold sometimes is just like have arm bars, and I'm like, I don't know if that's how you're meant to do this.
I don't know. Maybe Rossi or whoever books the matches thinks that this is energetic opener, because like if you said 2 years ago that the opener of a show would be Kizuna Tanaka. 2 years later, that in 2 years, opener of the show will be Hummingbird, whatever her name was back then, and Kizuna Tanaka. I would be like, okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Today, I'm like, no. Why would you do that? Because as a prominent Kizuna Tanaka hater and disrespecter, I think she sucks. I actually think she sucks. You know, this is the second day. I won't talk about it on the second show. I want to pack it up into one thing.
Okay.
Have you seen what faces she does when she puts on the arm bars?
I haven't.
You were calling Sakamitani faces NXT faces. Go back on this show and look in the finishing stretch when she has Nagisa Tachibana in the arm bars. What faces she's doing?
Okay, I will.
She is awful, facially, and she is not good physically. Still, it's been 3 years and 200 matches.
Yeah, it's weird because she was a little bit better post-injury. I know you don't agree, but I thought she was showing glimpses after her injury comeback this year, and even in some of the tags with Yuzuki. But recently, this run of singles matches has just kind of exposed her a lot. I think she's kind of regressing a little bit, but so are a lot of people. Honestly, I feel like there's been a lot of regression in the lower card, and I don't know if it's because they changed trainer. It's just that people don't want to wrestle in Morioka anymore, and they're not arsed. It just feels like everybody on the undercard is getting a little bit worse than they were, and Kazuna is kind of one of the bigger problems there. Because you should be able to have a fine match with Hummingbird. Hummingbird is very adaptable. If you give her something, she will bring something to the table, and I just don't think Kazuna did that here, and I haven't really liked a lot of her recent work. So it's
I'll remind you who her generational people are. For example, Chi-Chi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Aya Sakura.
Yep. Pretty awesome.
Yeah. Of course, there's also Hanako, so what have you there? But also Yuzuki.
Mm-hmm.
While I am not as high on Yuzuki as other people, but there's reason for that. I think Kizuna is just if she was not Kizuna Tanaka, she would not be a wrestler.
Wow. That is a hot take. She'd probably just be an idol. In fairness, probably just be easier. But yeah, I see where you're going with that. I don't know. She's got to do something though. I don't know why she beat Shino at Sumo Hall. I know it won't matter in the grand scheme because Shino is going to be a big deal, but I just would have had Shino beat her.
And you know how high I am on Shino. You know how high I'm on her. I think she's the future of the fucking business.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Kizuna Tanaka is not. And it's it's not like that I have wrestlers that I do not like because I picked their rival or something like that back then, years ago or something like that. I was giving Kizuna Tanaka all the chances in the world. I was like, I don't enjoy Honoka at all. I think Kizuna Tanaka has probably brighter future than Honoka.
Mm-hmm.
And look where we are right now. Look where we are.
Yeah. I try not to be too hard on Kazuna because ultimately Marigold needs people who can just take losses, and she's kind of that.
So she's Waka Tsukiyama, are you saying?
I think Waka's better.
Yeah,
I'm a long time Waka respecter. I think if Waka was in Marigold, everybody would love her because she can basically do whatever you need. So
yeah,
I'm a big Waka respecter.
Yeah, I get again as I said, we need ditch diggers too.
Yep,
so
for sure.
There's that.
Speaking of ditch diggers, the queen of the ditch diggers lost our next match. Yuki Yamazaki beat Megaton in 6.5 minutes. Megaton has kind of started to wrestle properly more. She's kind of doing less full on shtick, and it's kind of a lot more evident recently. And Yamazaki got her to a solid match. I don't know how you feel about Yuki Yamazaki. I think she's kind of an insane kind of Swiss Army knife for somebody who's like 5 months in. And like the fact she can get a solid match with Megaton, I think speaks a lot to her abilities.
I like this match. I like this
Mm.
match, considering what Megaton is.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is much better than expected on paper. I have not seen enough Yamazaki to be a judge of her, and it's not like I am going to hate her immediately because of some bad first impression or something like that, or that I'm like going to be all into her because she's awesome on the first impression again as well. I think uh, she is better than the previous two wrestlers that we talked about. She has brighter future.
Yeah.
I know the Kizuna thing is that she's still 21, still has a lot of time to grow, but there's something to be said about the Marigold need for the younger wrestlers to step up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Yamazaki is, considering her experience, much better place to for stepping up than Kizuna Tanaka.
Okay. I would agree.
Like ability wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Yuka is she's like a future multi-time tag champion and stuff like that. I think she's just gonna
Yeah.
settle in at a very set role and be really good at it in the future.
Okay, better yet. If I had a good semi-main event tag team match, I would not be afraid to put Yamazaki in my main event in Korakuen Hall in a trios match. I would not put Kizuna Tanaka in the main event in trios match in Korakuen Hall.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get what you're going for there. I get where you're going. Our next match was Sari Yamaoka beating Minami Yuki and Nagisa Tachibana in 7 minutes. A lot of rough spots when there was all three of them in the ring. You can kind of tell they weren't good with so many moving parts kind of going around. It was fine once it got down to 1v1. Yeah, Sari kind of laps both of them. Yuki is one of those people I was talking about earlier when I said there's been a regression, I think, among the lower card. Like Yuki a few months ago looked like she had really found her spot in Marigold and has kind of been left behind by Gochika lately and is kind of suffering for it. And Tachibana messed up her one big spot here, which kind of hurt her standard in the match. But, in general, I just don't think they were all comfortable with three bodies moving at once, and they kind of needed it to go down to 1v1 to get much done.
Yeah, I posted a tweet where I posted a cage match recap of a career of Yuki Uehara, who has 45 matches, and I did that she's better than Sari Yamaoka, who has 90 matches. So that's like, of course, like over exaggeration. The thing is, I was talking about this yesterday while I was recording Omakase. We were not talking about Sari Yamaoka, but there was like I asked for questions, and the question was, and I picked two. And the question was, why Stardom doesn't have a super rookie? And I said that they do not need a super rookie because the super rookie in Marigold is needed. They need someone who will be able to have a main event match. So they pick people who are able to do that and give them expansive movesets, allow them to do anything and everything they want. And with that, they make them into a super piece. So, and Stardom do not need that. They have 40 wrestlers on the roster. They have 10 rookies. And they have 30 people above those rookies. In Marigold, you have like what? Right now, 4 people above rookies?
Yeah, well, 5 or 6.
Okay, 5 or 6. 5 or 6. You have 6 people above the rookies. And you have what? 10 rookies?
Roughly, yeah.
So the similar number. You need some of those rookies or new wrestlers to be able to be to face the 6 who are above them. You don't need that in Stardom. You can do Kurara versus Sayaka Mitani on a Marigold on a Korakuen Hall main event, and don't book anything underneath it, and it will be fine. You do not need to give Kurara more than what she is right now, because you do not need that. if you need it, you can just allow her to start hitting more moves. And it's fine. And she would be, and start calling her Super Rookie. And she would be your Super Rookie. It's fine. You can do that if you want to, and if you need to. You don't need to. I think Sakurai Maika is a better Super Rookie than Yukina Uehara in that she's much better in the big spots than Yukina Uehara, while Yukina Uehara is much better in the card than Sakurai Maika. Sakurai Maika extremely disappointed me in this match because I would have expected someone who is supposed to be a Super Rookie to be able to do a freeway.
Yeah, and I don't know. I can't blame her when I think Yuki has a lot of weaknesses and Tachibana is good at a very certain thing. Like I feel like asking Seri to backpack this is a lot.
She basically slipped on a body that did a drop down and was on the other side of the ring when they did down.
Yeah, well, that's just Tachibana did a drop kick like randomly to Yuki instead of a drop kick.
Yeah. It's like
to defend Seri, she was a lot better in the main event than
yeah. From what I saw, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. She is much better than Yukina Uehara in the Super Rookie conversation in the big spots. You can put her in the main event tag match, and she will be great.
Yeah,
but put her in the random freeway second match on the card, which is not important really for the card construction, and put her in among her peers basically, and she will fuck it up.
That's fair.
While Yukina Uehara will not fuck it up because the matches she does are more simple than what Seri wants to do. And she doesn't have support around her, so she's worse in that as well because she is unable to do her job with the peers she has. That's how I mean it.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a fair take. Our next match was Chika Goto and Mai Sakurai beating Miku Aono and now Ishikawa in 11.5 minutes. That was a good match. A lot better kind of as a baseline than the rest of the card was up to this point. You know, Aono and Sakurai kind of bring with them a very consistent vibe. And then I think now Ishikawa looked impressive here. I think there was some moves that she did that I'm not sure she has done before. So I was like, hell yeah, let's go now Ishikawa. And Chika Goto, I think, was back to one of her better performances. So this wasn't like a blowaway Mai Aono thing. I think, again, they did better on day 2. But just as far as day 1 went, I think they showed that they're pretty good, even on a relatively poor card.
I was disappointed at the audience because they gave them nothing.
Oh yeah, they sucked. Yeah,
it's like and whatever the wrestlers tried, it felt like it was worse because of that. I guess I am no longer used to pre-Bushiroad, or rather pre-2024 Stardom crowds again, because this was Stardom in 2018 in the boonies.
Yeah,
and I don't want to go back, Alex. I don't want to go back. I don't. I really hated this. It was like if the crowd gave them anything, like even like the wrestlers trying to like start like chants going, nothing worked, and I'm like, no, gave them something, and in the end, if you don't give them anything, they will also give you less. Yeah. And it's like the match was worse because of that, and like no. And that was disappointing, very disappointing, honestly.
Okay. How are you feeling about Aono and Marigold? Obviously, you're the actress guy. How have you what's your thoughts on her?
She is... The issue in the difference is that there are still like people, how to say it, on her level in Marigold, while she stood up above everyone else in actress. Like she was undisputed. And she's not undisputed in Marigold. From what I saw from the cards that I watched from here and there, like I catch up one card like usually once per 3 months or something like that. I don't enjoy my time with Marigold most of the time, honestly. Again, as I said, it's Stardom from 2018, and I don't want to go back. Like it's 2025, almost 2026. That's 8 years ago. Like, I was 32 back then.
Oh my
I don't want to
goodness.
go back. Yeah. So no, it's like I know in Marigold is less hard hitting
Kinda,
for
yeah.
some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the like difference in the miking or like because of the different venues. Because
Mm,
basically in Actress I watched her in 176 box and Shinkiba, nowhere else.
yeah.
And on Korakuns. And maybe it's the sound being closed into the big gymnasiums and big empty gymnasiums with 300 people in them. Maybe it's that. Maybe you
Yeah.
cannot mic it properly. But she feels like she's not kicking as much. The areas doesn't feel like they are meaty enough.
Yeah, I think only Utami has really made her lariats look great. And then I think she used to make the lariats look great.
Yeah.
But yeah, she definitely. I think there's a difference in the kicks because when Shino throws them, I think she puts a lot more into them,
Yeah.
even in
And
Marigold.
it's like I was there live in Shinkiba when Aono kicked someone and like the sound reverberated into my stomach. And she doesn't sound like that on Marigold show.
Yeah,
Again, as I said, maybe it's the difference in the audio systems. Maybe it's that, but like she doesn't feel like this undisputed ass kicker as she was in Actress Girls.
okay.
But again, that's the roster composition and
Yeah,
maybe difference in the audio thing. I don't know. She doesn't feel as special as she was.
okay. All right. That's it's interesting. Our main event then was the Darkness Revolution team of Chiaki, Misamatsui, and Rei Seto beating Komomo Manami, Mayu Utani, and Victoria Yuzuki in 14 minutes. They won with the help from Mirai, who was in the crowd, just chilling. Um, this was a fine match. Like Darkness Revolution have kind of hit a groove, and it's not a particularly great groove, but it's fine. They brawl. Chiaki bullies Mayu a little bit. Babyface comeback. They are what they are at this point. It's very you've seen an Oedo time match. You've seen Darkness Revolution basically. Um, and like the baby faces here, we're just kind of playing along for the most part. So this was a fine match. I think the semi main kind of was better from a work
Yeah,
perspective, but this was
of
fine for
course.
like the baby faces trying to get something out of the crowd and heels just being heels.
Yeah, one bit there is Mayu try to get thrown as far as possible on the two shows,
Yeah.
and Chiaki bowled her into the fifth row on the second show, which ruled. That was she flew. She flew. That was a great bowling spot. I like that. I like good bowling spot. I think Chiaki should win like a beer or something like that. I hope they do like bets on who can bowl their victim furthest. I hope the heels in Japanese pro wrestling do that.
That would be fun.
Look, it's like we are going to do a bowling on every show. I think I would spice something like that up. I would be like, okay, so who's going to be able to throw my?
Your audio's gone there a bit.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. You're back, I think.
Yeah, I just probably had like little network issues.
All right. Yeah, you were so into the beer that your internet was like, all right, chillax, man.
Yeah. It's that they are doing bets about the who is going to throw my Iwatani the.
Yes. Oh, you're gone again.
No, I'm not. I
Oh,
finished.
oh no. I swear I didn't hear any of it.
God damn
I
it!
don't know if it's me. It might just be me. But yeah.
I was green. I had a green icon
Oh, right.
and
Okay.
everything.
Probably was just me then. Okay. Um, well, that's it for day one. Day two then was in Hamanasu Hall in Aomori, and they did 312 fans. for this one. This only went up today, and I didn't get to see all of it because I actually went to Dublin and back already today before recording this. So I am very tired. But from what I could see, the roster looked a lot better on this show. I don't know why, but like the main event here was really really good, even though it had like Megaton in the finishing stretch. So the semi main, it had Chiaki and Matsu against Komomo and Mayu, and again it was a lot of the same kind of Darkness Revolution beats up the baby faces stuff. But obviously there was a lot more focus on Mayu, given it was 2-on-2 instead of 3-on-3. So we got a little bit of Mayu and Matsui, which I mean I won't ever say no to. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it was the semi-main event was a better version of the main event of the main event of the previous night. I saw that my audio went out. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. Is your microphone having issues?
Maybe. I'll restart Discord and be back immediately.
Okay.
I am back.
That was quick. Hello.
Yeah, it's just like put it on and off. It's fine.
Yeah. Discord for you.
Yeah. So I was saying that the main event, the semi-main event of the second day was basically the main event of the previous day, and it was just a tag team match instead of trios, and I think it was better.
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree. But I think the entire show was better, so that's why.
Yeah.
But obviously, Mayu and Matsui getting to do a little bit more. You will never say no to, because Matsui is awesome. Main event then was Mai Sakurai, Minami Yuki, and Victoria Yuzuki beating Megaton, Miku Aono, and Seri Yamaoka in just under 14 minutes. What I really noticed is Aono and Mai are doing a real like leg versus leg submission focus currently. They're not going straight into the violence and murder end of things, and I'm kind of intrigued of whether their first dream match is going to be like limb focused, or if they're gonna keep the better preview stuff for closer to the day. Because I think they're probably a little bit smarter about it than I think Utami is somebody who will do the same preview tag for like 8 weeks for a title match. Maybe Aono and Mai are gonna like pace themselves and build it up late, but maybe I'm just way off there, and we're gonna get a match built around the STF and some random leg submission from Aono.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to like do the previews. I like from what I saw, because as I said, I was unable to finish the match because I was watching it just before we started. Yeah. I finished it while we were talking about Stardom muted, so I'm unsure about the. I saw the submissions though, so I don't know. It's like. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mai does a lot of big boots, right?
Yeah.
And in theory, Miku does a lot of kicks. So that kind of works for them. Like, even though it's not probably the finisher, it's maybe just a theme through their match where they will try to weaken the other one's leg to weaken their kicks. And like, it's just a bit of the main event they're going to have on the Inota World. Is that Inota World? Is it Inota? Yeah.
First dream, yeah.
They
have the graphics for that, and they're very nice graphics.
Yeah, those are nice graphics. The GAC match is very good because the green.
Yeah, I love it.
That's very good. I think that's also, I don't like Miku Aono's gear. It's not red enough.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's not red enough. It's white.
Yeah, I guess the pants aren't great. I will give you that.
And the thing is, there's so many white people in Marigold, like white gears. Like Mai is white, Yuzuki is white, Mayu is like sometimes white. Miku is white now.
Toki is usually quite heavily white.
What Gochika? What are we doing? Why is everyone white in this promotion? Get some red in there. Like Utami's on the red person there. It's like, what are we doing? Yeah. Always more red people in promotions, especially as big as Marigold is.
I think it's a shame because her robe, the entrance robe, is amazing. It's like a
Yeah, it
world
is.
champion robe. It's
Yeah.
quite red. The belt fits her. But yeah, I think her current gear, I hate the shorts off of it, so I get it. But this match in itself, I thought was pretty good. Everybody worked with a lot more like verve than the day one. I don't know if verve is a word, but that's the one that came to mind.
That's a
Like
good word for that, though.
yeah, because Aono's kicks sounded better. I thought Seri hit like her one of her best spears. Springboard drop kick was on point. Megaton actually looked good with Mai in the finishing stretch. Like that was quite shocking. Like everybody kind of did their part quite well in this one. There was actually some Yuzuki Seri stuff, which I'm always really excited about. I think Yuzuki Seri is one of those like if you want to make Marigold stand out, you got to make those two wrestling soulmates almost. Anytime they do stuff, it's very good. So just this match in general just blew away day one. And I've heard a lot of good things about day two. I just genuinely didn't get time to watch any of it because I only came home and like had to, do my writing stuff and then watch this and start recording. So, and it's a shame I didn't get to see the rest of the show because it does sound like it was pretty good. But if this main event is any indication, then I definitely believe it.
Only blemish on the show is the Kizuna singles match.
Yeah, but Tachibana is good, so maybe she.
At least Tachibana didn't do the Kairi like she did in
Yeah,
the freeway.
yeah, it's kind of a shame because she usually hits it so clean, but I suppose you're bound to mess up eventually.
Yeah, and like it did it didn't look as the Kairi when Kairi did that because Kairi did the exact mistake she did in the freeway.
Yeah.
But Kairi decided, oh, I'm fucked. I have to jump as far as possible to not hit the apron.
Oh yeah.
She like jumped further into the distance to clear the apron. While Tachibana, without proper experience, hit the apron on her way down. So that looked scary.
Crazy. But that was day two. Day three, obviously, it didn't go up. They had 312 fans out in Akita. There was a notable thing. Nagisa Tajibana won the opener. She beat Yuki Yamazaki in 12 minutes. I haven't seen a video of the move, but she said in her post-match comments that she debuted a new finisher. So I'm
Wait,
kind of interested to see
12 minutes? Is that a singles match?
Yeah. I trust
12?
Tachibana. I think Yamazaki could have a good 12-minute singles match.
Really?
Yeah, I
Okay.
genuinely.
Okay.
I think
I'll have to watch that. I'll have to watch that. I will watch that
I'll be the one
because
that turns you
I
in.
don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I feel like Yamazaki out of most of the newer crew is gonna get that done. Obviously, Seri and Yuzuki, like obviously, but out of beyond them, I think Yamazaki is probably the best one to do it. So I don't know, but that'll be up tomorrow, as far as I know. Tachibana new finisher. Don't know what it looks like, but maybe it's another move she got from Mariko Yoshida. Who knows? Nothing else really happened on this show. They took a straw crew out to these ones. Like there was no Syoko or anything. It's kind of crazy. We're at a preview now. Whatever is coming up in the current week. I don't actually have much of an idea of what's
Aren't they
happening.
doing like Huracan or something like that?
No, they are out in Sapporo sometime soon, but I don't know if that's this weekend.
Sapporo.
Yeah, the paid shows, as I call them.
Oh, right, that's the paid shows. Oh god.
Yeah. Oh no, that's on the 6th, so that's for next week. So this week it's only one show to preview, and it's out in Nara. Do you remember any wrestling out in Nara?
Fuka is from there.
Oh right, okay, that's kind of cute. Okay. So this show opens with Hummingbird versus Megaton.
Yeah, that's Fuka produced.
Actually that's true. That's the two of her buddies probably. Yuki Yamazaki takes on Misa Matsui in an undercard match. That's probably a win for Matsui, but I'm very intrigued by that one. Do you like Matsui?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I cheer against her. She's one
All
of
right.
my
Okay.
ops. She's
Okay.
one of the ops.
I see. Sari Yamioka takes on Kazuna Tanaka. If this isn't a one-sided Sari beats her ass down, I'll be very upset.
It will not be.
It might be. Sari can be a bit, beat down when she wants to be.
Nah, you know that Kizuna Tanaka is 3 years veteran.
Yeah, but Sari is the super rookie.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. So we are going to be weighing the super rookie versus the 3-year veteran. That's
Yeah.
true.
Miko Aono, Naoshikawa, and Komomo Minami take on Mai Sakurai, Chikagoto, and Yuki Minami. Naoshikawa seems to have found her spot as Miku's buddy in losing matches, which I don't hate. I think it's a fine spot for now. It's a lot better than her never-ending feud with Hummingbird that they were doing for a while there. But that'd be a good preview for the red belts. I don't know if they're going to separate them at all because they are not separating Mayu from Darkness Rev, but we'll have to wait and see. And speaking of Mayu, in our main event, it's Mayu Utani, Victoria Yuzuki, and Syoko Kushino taking on Nagisa Nozaki, Chiaki, and Rhea Seto. So another Darkness Revolution main event. Woo! Get excited, people.
It's the heels are the cool people right now. Heels are the draws in Japan. We have to do that properly. I don't understand the flying penguin stuff. I don't get it. I have not. I will be honest. I have not seen her unmasked, so I don't
Really?
know.
Oh, she is the most obvious Rossi push because she's kind of tall. You don't really get that with the flying penguin gear, but once she took it off, I was like, oh, she's kind of tall. She is a good singer. Obviously, she made that entrance theme for the Dragon Gate guy. And she's kind of pretty, and that's the one thing I keep coming back to. She's got this like really memorable face where you're like, you look like 3 different people, and I cannot put it as who, but I just keep I can't put
So
it down.
she is Jamie Hater.
Kind of, yes.
Jamie Hater, but Jamie Hater looks like 7 different people.
Yes, dude, it's crazy. So Syoko has all that, and then I think she's unbeaten since unmasking. She's getting the main event here.
Weird. That's so weird.
She's in a singles match with Chiaki on one of the shows coming up as well, and I think it might be the Face show or one of the Sapporo shows. I'm like, if she beats Chiaki, they really like her because Chiaki's been getting some wins recently. Chiaki's been kind of getting house show tag wins. I don't know what the end goal of that is. I've been very confused because they gave Chiaki wins and then Matsui challenged Yuzuki for the belt because who cares about booking, I guess. But yeah, like I don't know if Kushino beats Chiaki, I'll just be like, okay, what is the actual ceiling here? Because she's teaming with like the big stars a lot. She's getting main events. She doesn't lose. What are we doing with Syoko?
I don't know. Maybe it's just the wrestler, and then she loses a title match, and she's done.
Kind of.
And she's going to be a mid card forever.
I don't know. I don't think Rossi's done one of these in Marigold. He's kind of just been like very set.
But he needs the mid carders. He at least this card was like these 2 cards were very, very basic, and it's like, oh, I said it's the Stardom 2018, and it actually really still is Stardom 2018.
I feel it's worse. It's like 2017.
Running around. Not enough white people though.
That's true. I think they're coming soon. There seems like some
God.
gaps for them. I just don't know. I feel like there's a gap there for some tours to do because he's really. I think one of the big problems actually, and I know I said that there's been regression with the roster. I think the problem is this is a very tag centric company that was able to run tags that now they're throwing people to the wolves for singles matches a lot more. When most of the roster kind of excels in tag matches. And I feel like he just needs more bodies to run tags to make sure everybody looks better. It's like 3 singles matches on the undercard, you're always like, ugh, the wrestlers aren't good enough to make them work. But if they're tags, you're like, oh yeah, that'll be fine, I'm sure.
Because the structure of the tag match allows for people masks their deficiencies a lot.
Yeah, it's one of the real like Rossi things that I think he's always clocked and been able to use. But like, there's definitely just room there for some foreign wrestlers to come in because even he's booked. So on the Sapporo shows, there's this woman called Gaki Nyan Kamen who is booked to fill out the shows. I don't know who that is. I've never heard of her. don't know if that's Komomo under a mask.
That looked like a Momonster mask, though.
Okay, but like whoever that is, we gotta figure this out. But yeah, I don't know. Marigol's in a weird place. I don't know.
Oh no, it's an actual wrestler.
Really? Oh,
She has a cage match page.
wow.
33 years old, freelancer from Hokkaido.
Right. Well, that explains what
Gaki Nyan Kamen, Hitomi Aragaki, Moustani. She wrestled against Tani Mouse. That's why she's called Moustani. In 2007, in Emma Dojo in Noboribetsu. So that's her start of her career. And
where did they find this woman?
and she stopped wrestling for like forever, unless she wrestles on the Skame Indies in Hokkaido.
Yeah.
Right now she wrestles in JTO against Aoi.
Oh my god.
And she's just like a local indie.
Okay. Are we sure?
Wrestler.
Because Komomo Nami doesn't seem to be on these shows. Are we sure she didn't just steal the gimmick?
It's possible, but
Am I blind?
she is not like 32 years old, because the first Gakinyan Kamen wrestled in 2007.
Okay.
And she would have been like 5, so
yeah.
Unless she wrestled as a 5-year-old.
I don't know. I think we're being worked because I don't see her on these cards. Oh no, she is. She's on one of them. She is on.
Okay. Oh my god, she wrestled in a match that's called Swimming Catfight Battle Royal.
Oh dear lord.
What a
world.
Is there okay. There's no Lady Mongol in this match. That's a weird match then. Is the Lady Mongol on this show? Quickly check it.
Sadly, no. No
Atsushi Onita, Naoshi Sano, Tomonori Chiba versus Buffalo, Kazuma-san Nihei and Kenzo in No Ropes Barbed Wire Street Fight Kuren Blast Bed Death Match.
Wow.
In 2015. She was in that match in Swimming Cat Fight Battle Royale in Sumo Hall.
Okay. Well, yeah, alright, sure. You know what? Why the hell not? So that's what we got in Marigold coming up soon. This roster keeps you guessing, that's for sure. Rossi Ogawa, this man is old as fuck and he has gone crazy. So look forward to whatever the hell is happening soon. They never thought I would say this. They desperately need Shozuki and Utami back because they could definitely do with 2 more good wrestlers to bump things out. Yeah, maybe Gaki Nyan Cayman is like gonna be really good, and the next Syoko Kushino who gets signed. You never know. But yeah, that's all for this week. There's nothing else to preview. I lied because I said Scott would be on next week, but Scott, his other show now records on Tuesday, so he is now no longer available for next week. So I don't fully know what I'm going to do next week as far as a guest goes, but whatever happens, we will be reviewing the Tag League pay-per-view. We'll review the one Marigold house show, and then we'll look ahead to the Sapporo doubleheader and the Stardom Korakuen. So
I can do that.
Maybe it'll be Velkej again. Yeah, maybe.
If you tell me, I'll have enough time to watch everything. I'll be able to do it.
Okay.
I would have been able to do it better this week, but I also had to watch the Sendai Girls show and House of Torture show. And
Marigold didn't help us with the late uploads. So.
Yeah, I would have watched the yesterday shows yesterday and not today. So
yeah,
I would have had time. And I watched the Sonoko Kato retirement show. That was fun retirement show. Go watch it.
Yeah, I've heard lots of good things.
It's the opener and the 6-woman or 8-woman tag and the main event are very good. The Battle Royal elimination with Hirota coming in twice is whatever.
Hirota, I love Hirota.
So the gimmick there is that they did the 20 years veterans coming in together, and one of them was Ram Kaicho.
That's gas.
It was very good. That was very good. Like, you had to be more than 20 years veteran to come in first. It was Jaguar, Yokota, and other people, and Hota, and some, and Ram Kaicho.
That's incredible.
That's a good
though,
bit.
That was 2006, no?
Yeah, I think she was like 4.
Yeah, I think she's cheating. I don't know.
Maybe it's just 15 or whatever.
Maybe. Believe it. It's fine. But yeah. Anyway, next week, we will review all that and preview some fun stuff. So next week will probably be a bit more direct. I think it'll be a much better show than this week. There was just so much this week to kind of jump over, but next week will be a lot more focused. So with that, it is time to close the show. So if you want to stand, you may stand. If you want to sit, you may sit. Believe today, shine tomorrow. You decide what you believe in. Ijo.
Bye.